The air was thick, heavy, it clung to the skin like a damp shroud, making every breath feel like an effort. The forest was alive with the sound of rustling leaves and distant, unidentifiable noises. It was as if the very trees were whispering secrets to one another, secrets that were not meant for human ears. Ibadan, Nigeria, pulsed with a vibrant energy, but beneath the surface a darkness lurked. The city was a tapestry of colors and sounds, with markets bustling and streets teeming with life. Yet, there was an undercurrent of unease, a sense that something was not quite right. The people of Ibadan went about their daily lives, but there was a tension in the air, a feeling that something was about to happen. Whispers traveled on the breeze, tales of disappearances, of shadows moving in the night. These stories were passed from person to person, growing more elaborate with each retelling. Some spoke of ghostly figures seen at the edge of the forest, while others told of strange lights flickering in the darkness. The whispers were a constant presence, a reminder that not everything was as it seemed. The rumors spoke of Soka Forest, a place where the sun struggled to penetrate the dense canopy, a place where fear took root. The forest was a labyrinth of twisted trees and tangled undergrowth, a place where the light was always dim and the shadows seemed to move of their own accord. It was said that those who ventured too deep into Soka Forest were never seen again, swallowed up by the darkness. Life, especially in a bustling city like Ibadan, often continued in blissful ignorance. The markets were filled with the sounds of haggling and laughter, the streets crowded with people going about their business. It was easy to forget the whispers and the rumors, to lose oneself in the vibrant energy of the city. But the forest was always there, a dark presence on the edge of the city, a reminder of the secrets it held. People went about their days, their laughter echoing through the streets, unaware of the horrors hidden just beyond their sight. They laughed and talked, their voices a comforting background noise, but beneath the surface, there was a sense of unease, a feeling that something was not quite right. The whispers were always there, a reminder that the forest was watching, waiting. The forest stood silent, a grim guardian of its terrible secrets. The trees loomed like silent sentinels, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The air was thick with the scent of decay, a reminder of the lives that had been lost within its depths. The forest was a place of fear and mystery, a place where the line between reality and nightmare was blurred. But secrets have a way of revealing themselves. The whispers grew louder, the stories more frequent. It was as if the forest itself was trying to tell its story, to reveal the truth that had been hidden for so long. The people of Ibadan began to take notice, their curiosity piqued by the growing sense of unease, and when this secret did, it would shake Ibadan to its core. The truth, when it finally came to light, was more horrifying than anyone could have imagined. The city was thrown into chaos, the whispers replaced by cries of shock and horror. The forest had revealed its secrets, and Ibadan would never be the same again. March 22, 2014, a day forever etched in the annals of Ibadan's history. Motorcycle taxi drivers, their minds preoccupied with the mundane, searched for a missing comrade. Their search led them to the forest's edge, to a building shrouded in an eerie silence. The building was dilapidated, its walls crumbling. A sense of foreboding hung in the air, thick and suffocating. The drivers pushed open the doors, their hearts pounding in unison with the fear that coiled in their guts. What they found inside was not their friend, it was a nightmare. The air inside the building was rancid. It was a smell that seemed to have a life of its own, creeping into every corner, every crevice, and every pore of the old, decaying structure. The walls, once vibrant with life, now stood as silent witnesses to the horrors that had unfolded within. The stench of decay, heavy and overpowering, clung to the back of their throats. It was a smell that could not be ignored, a smell that forced its way into their lungs and made their eyes water. The foul odor was a constant reminder of the death and despair that had taken root in this forsaken place. Scattered across the floor amidst the dirt and debris were personal belongings, shoes, bags, clothing. These items, once cherished and used daily, now lay abandoned and forgotten, covered in a thick layer of dust and grime. Each item told a story of lives interrupted and dreams shattered. But it was the other things, the things that made their blood run cold, that truly horrified them: body parts, decomposing corpses, the remains of those who had met a gruesome end in this place. The sight was enough to make even the strongest stomach turn, a macabre display of death and decay, the remnants of lives brutally cut short, Each piece of clothing, each broken item, was a testament to the violence and cruelty that had taken place here. The tattered fabric and shattered belongings were all that remained of the people who had once called this place home. The taxi drivers stumbled back, their stomachs churning, their minds reeling from the sheer horror of it all. They had come here expecting to find an abandoned building, but what they had found was something far more sinister. The reality of the situation hit them like a physical blow, leaving them gasping for breath and struggling to comprehend the magnitude of the horror before them. This was not just a building, it was a charnel house, a place where death had taken up residence, where the walls themselves seemed to weep with the blood of the innocent. The bloodstains on the floor were a stark reminder of the violence that had occurred here, a chilling testament to the brutality that had taken place within these walls. The Ibadan Forest of Horrors, as it would soon be known, had revealed its gruesome secret. The forest, with its dense foliage and eerie atmosphere, had hidden this place from the world for so long, but now its secret was out, and the world would never be the same. The horrors of the Ibadan Forest would haunt the memories of those who had discovered it, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the most unexpected places. News of the discovery spread like wildfire, igniting a firestorm of fear and anger. This was not just a case of murder, this was something far more sinister, something that spoke of ancient dark rituals. Ritual killings, fueled by superstition and greed, were not unheard of in Nigeria. But the sheer scale of the horrors uncovered in Soka Forest was deeply unsettling. Who were the victims? Who were the perpetrators? And why? The questions hung heavy in the air, unanswered, as the nation grappled with the gruesome discovery. Section 5. The accused and the absent. Fingers pointed towards the powerful, the wealthy, those rumored to engage in dark practices to fuel their ambitions. Whispers of government officials, of influential businessmen swirled around the tragedy. Allegations were made, accusations flung like stones in the face of justice. But where was the justice? Where was the swift hand of the law? The police, it seemed, were slow to act, their response shrouded in a veil of apathy and perhaps something more sinister. Distrust festered, a bitter seed sown in the fertile ground of fear. Section 6. Living in Fear. The discovery of the Ibadan Forest of Horrors cast a long shadow over the community. Fear, palpable and suffocating, permeated everyday life. Parents clutched their children a little tighter, their eyes darting nervously towards the shadows. The forest, once a place of peace and tranquility, became a symbol of dread, a stark reminder of the evil that lurked beneath the surface. The laughter of children was replaced by a chilling silence, a silence pregnant with unspoken fears. The community was wounded, its sense of security shattered. Section 7. Scars on the Soul. The psychological scars ran deep, etched into the very fabric of the community. The survivors, those fortunate enough to escape the horrors of the forest, bore the weight of their trauma. Their nightmares whispered of unspeakable horrors, their days haunted by the ghosts of the past. The families of the victims, their hearts shattered into a million pieces, grappled with their loss. The pain of not knowing, of justice delayed and denied, gnawed at their souls. The Ibadan Forest of Horrors had left its mark, an indelible stain on the collective memory of the community. Section 8. Seeds of Hope. In the heart of a community once shattered by unimaginable cruelty, a new chapter began to unfold. It started with a single act of planting a seedling, a small yet powerful gesture symbolizing the birth of hope and renewal. In the face of such darkness, the human spirit, remarkably resilient, sought solace and healing. People came together, finding strength in unity and solace in the shared experience of rebuilding. They comforted each other, shared stories of loss and survival, and found peace in the quiet moments of reflection amidst nature. The Soka site, once a place of unimaginable cruelty, was transformed into a beacon of hope. The barren land, once a symbol of despair, began to flourish with new life. Community members, young and old, worked tirelessly to plant trees, turning the desolate landscape into a vibrant green sanctuary. This transformation was not just physical but deeply emotional, as it represented the community's resilience and determination to heal. The Oyo State Comprehensive Model School now stands as a testament to the community's determination to reclaim their narrative. This modern institution, surrounded by lush greenery, is a place where children can learn and play in safety. It symbolizes a brighter future, one where education and growth are prioritized, and the scars of the past are slowly healed. Efforts to rebuild trust, though fraught with challenges, were underway. Community meetings became a regular occurrence where people gathered to discuss, plan, and work together towards a common goal. These gatherings were filled with passionate discussions, as everyone was eager to contribute to the rebuilding process. The road to recovery was long and difficult, but the community's unwavering spirit kept them moving forward. Community leaders, their voices shaking with a mix of anger and determination, demanded justice and accountability. They spoke out against the atrocities that had occurred, ensuring that the memories of those lost were honored, and that such horrors would never be repeated. Their speeches were powerful, resonating deeply with everyone present and igniting a collective resolve to fight for justice. They vowed to never let such horrors darken their doorstep again. Standing together in solidarity, the community made a promise to protect their home and each other. This vow was a powerful declaration of their commitment to a future free from fear and filled with hope. The journey was arduous, the pain still raw, but the seeds of hope had been sown. As new saplings grew in the rehabilitated area, they stood as a testament to the community's resilience and the promise of a brighter future. The sunlight breaking through the trees symbolized the dawn of a new era, one where hope and healing would flourish. Section 9. A Plea for Justice. The Ibadan Forest of Horrors serves as a chilling reminder of the vulnerability of innocence, the ever-present potential for evil to flourish in the shadows. It is a story that demands to be told, a tragedy that must never be forgotten. Let us honor the victims, not just with words but with action. Let us demand justice, not just for the dead but for the living, for the families forever haunted by the horrors of that forest. Let the light of truth and justice shine brightly, piercing the darkness and paving the way for a brighter, safer future.